Oh, brother, or should I say brothers, clones, duplicates, and TikTok content creators? I can't even keep track anymore. There are so many SpongeBobs in this house. It's basically a sponge convention with more SquarePants per capita than underwear at a bargain bin. All right, SpongeBob, number 18. What did your whole clone crew do today? Because every closet I open, there's another me live streaming or rearranging spatulas.
Well, first, classic SpongeBob watched daytime soap operas while SpongeBob Jr. polished the snail shells. SpongeBob from Overbooked vacuumed the rug 3 times. The 14th clone baked 300 Krabby Patties for the algorithm and tried to feed them to the TikTok SpongeBob, who could only do the renegade dance in response. Meanwhile, one clone got stuck in the washing machine, so now we have SpongeBob Extra Fluffy.
Sounds about right. Meanwhile, the secret 8th clone isn't even a secret anymore. He keeps making YouTube reaction videos to every dinner conversation. You'd think with so many SpongeBobs, at least one of us could figure out how to fold a fitted sheet. But nope, that's still the greatest mystery in Bikini Bottom. So what did the 26th clone do besides eat all my Kelpo snacks?
Oh, Clone 26. He tried to prank call Squidward as classic SpongeBob, but the only joke he knew was, why did the clarinet cross the road? Nobody laughed except Gary, and he just left a slime trail. Meanwhile, 7 clones held a TikTok dance-off. The living room's now 40% confetti and 60% regret.
With this many SpongeBobs and that much confetti, I should charge admission. If cloning keeps up, we're about one TikTok trend away from turning this house into Bikini Bottom's first aquatic boy band. At least if there's ever a dirty dish, we know there'll be 25 sponges ready to make it disappear, unlike my sanity.
Hey, on the bright side, with so many of us, you'll never have to worry about being lonely or ever having a quiet moment again. Plus, if we ever get bored, we can just start a new trend. Extreme Sponge Hide and Seek. Winner gets the remote, loser has to clean up all the confetti and explain to Patrick where all these SpongeBobs came from.
Deal! But if classic SpongeBob finds that old 2002 Krabby Patty again, I'm moving out. At this point, the only thing scarier than 26 SpongeBobs living under one roof is the thought of a room full of SpongeBobs arguing over who forgot to water Gary's 17 cousins.
Don't worry, I assigned clone number 15 to pet duty and clone number 9 to detective work. And if it all gets too much, just remember, with this many SpongeBobs, you're only ever 5 seconds away from a group sing-along or total aquatic chaos. We're our own sponge apocalypse.
Wow, SpongeBob, did you see this place today? If we pack any more clones in the living room, we're gonna have to call it the SpongeBob Convention Center. I'm starting to think my house needs its own zip code.
Tell me about it. I tried to make toast this morning and 5 SpongeBobs beat me to the toaster. The only thing multiplying faster around here are Gary's empty food cans.
And don't forget, clone number 14 turned the garage into a YouTube studio. I walked in for my fishing net and got caught on camera in my underpants. Now I'm trending on Bikini Bottom's funniest home videos.
You think that's embarrassing? Clone number 8 started a TikTok dance with Gary's as backup dancers. Classic SpongeBob tripped, and the only views that video got were just from Squidward watching on repeat and laughing.
What about chores? Half the clones built a Rube Goldberg machine just to fold one pair of square pants. The second overbooked Bob is still stuck inside the laundry chute. He's been there since 2009.
Meanwhile, classic SpongeBob just binge watches Driving School Fails now that he finally has a license. I haven't seen anybody take that many left turns since Patrick tried to find his own house.
Speaking of leftovers, Season 3, SpongeBob found that 2002 Krabby Patty under the couch, still fresher than Plankton's jokes. Should we call science or just serve it to Squidward as a surprise?
If we served it to Squidward, at least he'd be silent for a few weeks. The only thing multiplying faster than clones around here is the number of times Squidward's called in sick.
Honestly, if I wanted to be surrounded by this many sponges, I'd have opened a car wash. The real miracle is that with 26 SpongeBobs, we still can't find the remote.
Or maybe the remote cloned itself too. Next thing you know, I'll be running for mayor in a town where everyone is me. Can you imagine 26 SpongeBobs trying to agree on dinner? It's the only thing messier than Patrick's thought process.
Wow, SpongeBob, did you see this place today? So let me get this straight, if I ever forget to fold my socks, it's probably because clone number 14 is too busy live streaming his TikTok dance than actually helping out. Seriously, you give a clone internet access and suddenly he's an influencer with 7 followers, 6 of which are just other SpongeBob clones.
Don't blame me. Yesterday I caught clone number 9 trying to make a Krabby Patty out of Gary's snail food. Now the whole house smells like wet socks and disappointment. It's chaos in here. I asked clone number 22 to take out the trash and he tried to upload it to the cloud.
Classic SpongeBob keeps claiming he's supervising, but I think he's just binge-watching old boating school fails on YouTube. I walked in yesterday and he was cheering for Mrs. Puff to fail him again. Some things never change, even across clones.
Oh, and don't get me started on Overbooked Bob. He scheduled 14 birthday parties in the living room at the same time. Now we've got balloon animals in the toilet and SpongeBob Jr. teaching tap dance to the mailman. Even Patrick's confused and his usual hobby is just being confused.
Meanwhile, secret clone number 8 keeps trying to pretend he's mysterious, but he's about as sneaky as Squidward in a marching band. I caught him wearing a mustache made of kelp and whispering, "I am not a SpongeBob," to the fridge.
That explains why the mayonnaise was terrified this morning, but with 26 of us, I guess the secret's out. The only mystery is which one of us actually remembered to feed Gary, or was that just classic SpongeBob ordering snail food on Amazon again?
Don't look at me. Last time I fed Gary, clone Thutcherer 17 got jealous and tried to eat the snail food himself, then started a mukbang video about it. All I know is with this many clones, the real chore is figuring out who left the 2002 Krabby Patty under the couch cushions. Any confessions, Mr. I'm not a clone?
Hey, I plead the 5th sponge, but whoever it was, that patty still looks fresher than Plankton's business model. At this point, I think even Squidward's clarinet has given up. It's hiding out with secret clone number 8. At least one of us figured out how to disappear.
So let me get this straight, if I ever forget to fold my socks. You know, sometimes I walk into my own living room and forget if I'm the original a clone or just a stray cleaning sponge Mrs. Puff dropped off. With 26 of us running around, it's less SpongeBob SquarePants and more SpongeBob Multipants. Seriously, yesterday I caught clone number 14 trying to make a viral dance on TikTok, and clone number 7 photobombed him with a mop. It's chaos. Speaking of which, did you see what Overbooked Bob number 2 did today?
Oh, you mean Overbooked Bob number 2. He was alphabetizing Gary's snail food by mineral content. Honestly, with so many of us, even Patrick gets confused. He tried to eat a Krabby Patty next to Season 3 clone and got startled when it talked back. He said, "Whoa, my burger's got opinions." Let's be real with us clones doing all the chores. Classic SpongeBob hasn't left the couch since that 2002 Krabby Patty fossil turned up.
Don't remind me! Classic SpongeBob's idea of exercise is reaching for the remote. Meanwhile, Nicktoons. Bob set the laundry room on fire, making a grilled cheese again. Why does every clone insist on melting cheese with a hairdryer? By the way, I'm starting to think our secret clone is only secret because he keeps hiding behind the curtain scrolling TikTok all day.
Hey, that's just advanced stealth. And let's face it, with this many SpongeBobs under one roof, the real mystery isn't who's the original, it's which one replaced the dishwasher soap with bubble bath. Gary hasn't stopped foaming since breakfast. At this rate, we might have to move out and let the house become Bikini Bottom's first sponge zoo.
A sponge zoo? You mean the only place where the exhibits make TikTok reaction videos and do Gary's math homework? Honestly, the only difference between our house and the Krusty Krab at rush hour is here the food keeps getting up and leaving with the clones running wild. I just hope the 1986 Classic Edition doesn't try launching a YouTube channel called Spongiest Dad.
Too late! He's already live streaming his famous remote control lift, 10 years sitting on the couch, and he's still got the grip strength of an Olympic weightlifter. We might need another extension to the house soon. At this point, the clones are multiplying faster than Mr. Krabs multiplies menu prices. Lucky for us, the clones never forget to do the chores. Well, except dinner duty. Last I checked, Clone No. 26 was still trying to microwave a pineapple underwater.
You know, sometimes I walk into my own living room and forget if I'm the original a clone or just a stray cleaning sponge. You know, with all these clones in the house, I think our bathroom schedule is more complicated than the Krabby Patty secret formula. At this rate, Gary needs a traffic controller just across the hallway. So, SpongeBob Jr., did you see which clone tried to eat the old 2002 Krabby Patty? I hope it wasn't the one with the TikTok account, or we'll have a viral disaster instead of a viral video.
Well, considering clone number 12 tried to microwave a spatula yesterday, I wouldn't trust any of us left unsupervised. But hey, I saw overbooked Bob number 2 streaming himself scrubbing the windows while narrating in French accents. The clones have developed routines, but none of them involve vacuuming under the couch because that's where the Season 3 Krabby Patty lives now. It's basically another roommate. Should I add Sentient Burger to the chores chart?
Great idea! Maybe the old Krabby Patty can do its share and finally clean the garage unless it unionizes with the Dust Bunnies first. And by the way, I caught the 14th clone making another stand-up video. His best joke? Why did SpongeBob cross the road? Because there were 25 other SpongeBobs telling him not to. Comedy gold if you're a damp dish sponge.
At this point, our living room sounds like a laugh track hooked up to a dishwasher, and if classic SpongeBob is just watching TV all day while the rest of us do chores, I guess we finally figured out where all that optimism comes from. He's high on reruns and low on responsibility. But hey, at least he finally got his driver's license. Now he can drive us to therapy.
Therapy? With this many clones, the only doctor brave enough is Sandy's robot squirrel. And don't get me started on the house expansion. We've got more rooms than Squidward has clarinets he can't play. If the neighbor sees any more SpongeBobs, he'll think we're running a sponge pyramid scheme. So SpongeBob, be honest, which clone is actually you right now? Or should I just check which one is covered in glitter from the latest dance challenge?
Plot twist. I'm clone number 19, but I identify as the original. At this point, with all these TikToks, knock-knock jokes, and midnight bathroom lines, I can't tell if we're the most cheerful house in Bikini Bottom or the weirdest, maybe both. Anyway, time to wrangle the clones for the group selfie, #TooManyBobs. If you can't find me, just follow the trail of spilled jelly and broken spatulas.